my camera's gonna blow over right about. Oh, there it goes. Come on. Hey, Matt here, and welcome to another Mob Street video. Now, today I wanted to come out here, and again I'm with my 2019 TW200, and I wanted to show you the difference between this bike and a bike that I saw the other day while I was out working. Now, the bike that I ran into was a 1989 TW200. And I thought, man, that would be kind of cool to just do a comparison video to see what has changed over the last 30 years with the TW. Let's go over the major differences between the TWs. Very first thing that I noticed was the drum brake. So in 1989, they still used the drum brake, and in 2001, that's when they updated it from the drum to the disc, which has been on there again since 2001. So the other difference that you'll see on there, the 1989 had the kickstart. The 2019 does not. Again, that was one of the upgrades in 2001. If you go to the handlebars, there might be a little bit of a difference there. You'll notice that the switch housings on the 1989 are a little bit older, obviously, than the 2019s. They updated those. And another thing, if you're looking at the dash, the 1989 has the analog speedometer, which the 2019 has, but one of the upgrades that they did do was the little trip meter. Now, is it a big thing? To some it could be. So with the trip meter, I like it simply because I know how far I've gone. I usually reset it every time I fuel up, and when I get about 90 miles on the bike and I'm about to go for a ride, depending on the distance, I'll go, well, maybe I should go get gas or not. I can usually get about 110 to 130, 35 miles out of it before I need to fuel up. But if you are looking to buy a TW from 1987 to 2021 now, they're extremely reliable. Now, some might argue, well, yeah, the older bikes had better welds in the frame, and very well could be. But if you've seen where some of these bikes go, or some people take their TWs, they're a pretty durable bike. And if you follow the TW community, there's a YouTube creator named Tdubs Kid who goes through and shows you the weak spots of the welds and re-welds them right there and shows you how it's all done, which is a very informative and it's an excellent video. Some of the places that he takes his TW, or some of the things that he does, I have not done yet. And another YouTube creator who puts this bike through the ringer is TillDeathDualUsSport. If you watch some of his videos, there's some places he takes that TW where you're just sitting there just shaking your head going, there's no way that bike should be able to do that. But he does it, and he does it extremely well. His videos are awesome. So if you haven't seen any of his, go check him out as well. And then as far as, you know, aftermarket accessories go, whether it be the older bikes or the newer bikes, one of the best write-ups that I've seen so far is the YamahaTdubClub. He has a list of all the different accessories that you can put on these things. I wouldn't say all, but a vast majority of them. It's a very informative, very well written up article about all the different accessories that you can get. I think he did a video on it as well, so check that out. But as far as comparison goes, you know, anywhere from 1987 to 2021, I'm pretty sure you're going to be happy with the TW200. It gets the job done. You know, it gets you out, it gets you riding, it gets you out to enjoy, you know, all this sorts of things. And there's so many different experiences that you can have with the TW that it is a bike for the beginner. It is a bike for the experienced rider. I mean, you can have fun on this bike, and it's a bike that you can use to its full potential and just flat out enjoy. Suspension travel stays the same, ground clearance stays the same, seat height stays the same. So if you find an older TW and it's, you know, a decent price range, pick it up. You know, you don't have to have a brand new one, because there's not a lot of difference between them, which again is one of the reasons why we all love the TW. The simplicity. Not much has changed because it hasn't needed to. Anyways, yeah, those are the major differences between the 1989 and the 2019. So that 30-year gap, that's about it. Still look the exact same. You can still have just as much fun on them. And it's still the TW that was made 30 years ago. We're gonna leave it at that. So I hope you found this video informative. For those of us who've already had TWs, you probably shut this off a long time ago and you're like, whoop-de-doo, we know there's no difference. But for those of you who are looking for a TW, hopefully you found this video informative and it might help in your decision making on whether or not to buy a used or a new, or to buy a TW, period. So that wind's gonna blow my camera up. Oh. Don't blow it over again. So yeah, I hope you found this video informative. Make sure to hit like, hit subscribe, follow along. If there's questions or comments, make sure to put those down below and I will do my best to get back to them as fast as I can. And if there's any other questions about the TW or the other things that you're wondering about the TW, put those down in the comments as well. You know, I'll go through those, see if there's something that we can address for you and get that answered. Again, I'm Matt, and I'm out here with my 2019 TW200, and this is Mob Street. Thanks for watching.